تحية طيبة لكم جميعا. So today we will go through lab activity. Okay, this is port security using packet tracer. So we have this topology. We will secure this topology using port security. Okay, so initially we have the addressing table. We should configure PC1, PC2 and the regular laptop with an IP address, and there is an IP address for the switch. No need to configure switch 1. Okay, because we don't have any management thing to do in here. Okay, just we will need the MAC address. So the MAC address will be filtered through the traffic, through the switch during traffic, of course. So first, the objective is to configure port security and to verify the port security it's in there. Right? We will see the topology in here. Before we are going to the topology, just one note in here. So first, to configure port security, okay, we have fast Ethernet 0, 1 and 2. So we will pick up or select these two ports, then we will apply the port security only on fast Ethernet 0, 1 and 2 because we are connecting PC1 and PC2 to fast Ethernet 0, 1, 0, 2. Okay, the other note is that we should use, this is additional step, we have to add this command, which is switch port mode. Then the mode should be access. Because the port security feature in here, this port security will never work on a trunk link. So, or it could work with additional step, but for now, port security, we should do it or apply it on access link. So I will convert this link to access link, both of them, using the switch port mode access. So this is the note in red color. We have to apply this command. So we will jump into real work in here. So first thing, I will build up the topology. I will connect this PC1, PC2. So I will connect PC1, then PC2 on this port. I will fast forward the time. So this will go into green. Then now, just let's have a look on the switch. Okay, so this is how a switch will look like in physical world. Okay, so if we zoom in, I can see there is 24 ports in here. So there is 24 ports. هذول are 24 ports with 2 additional ports with gigabit port. So we will apply port security on port 1 and port 2. Okay, port 1 and port 2. So let's do that. So first I will configure port security. So I will enable and configure port security, 2-step, enable and configure. Then I should shut down unused port. So now I did use only 2 ports. So as additional step to harden the security, make it more hard to break. Okay, so to harden the security, I will go with this additional step where I will shut down unused port. So if we click in here, I can see there is 24 ports, so I will shut down all other ports. Okay, so let's start programming. Okay, so we will, okay, I will just reduce, I will change the host name just so it will reduce the space in here, so I have much space to write my commands. So I will go enable, then configure terminal, then host name, then I will go S1, switch 1. Okay, this has nothing to do with port security, but just I'm changing the host name, so I have much space in here. Okay, okay, so I will select or pick up the 2 ports. So I'm trying to enable port security now on 2 ports. So interface range fast Ethernet 0, 0, 1 to 2. So I did pick up 2 ports. Now I will go, I will change the mode to access mode. So switch port mode access. Once it's on access mode, I will enable port security. So switch port security. I did enable port security, but there is additional configuration, not just enabling the port, we have to what? We have to do the additional configuration for port security. So what are these additional configuration? First, we have to set the maximum MAC addresses the port should learn, and we have to set these port with a mechanism so the switch will learn the MAC address. Either we can enter manually the MAC address or we can do it auto. So we'll do it auto, which is sticky, MAC address is sticky. So we will see this. So now we will set the maximum IP addresses that should a port learn. So in here, so in this port, only single PC we should allow. So we will set the maximum MAC addresses into 1. So that's mean only single PC can connect. طيب. So let's do that. Okay, let's do that. So switch port security, then max, which is the maximum MAC addresses, 1. So only one MAC address should pass, no more than one. So جهاز واحد فقط. Then again, switch port security, then MAC address. How the switch will learn the MAC address is sticky. So the mechanism is sticky. So this is how it is. So once the frame will come from PC1 to the switch, the MAC address will stick in here. So if we change the host to something else, it will compare the initial sticked MAC address with the new one. Okay. So the MAC address, we will go sticky. Then after that, now the switch, he knows about the MAC address, but if somebody violate this rule, if somebody bring some different machine or a machine with a different MAC address, what should happen? So the violation should be restrict. I will go switch port security, then violation. Okay, if somebody cross this line, violation, تجاوز على القاعدة, what should happen? Restrict. So we will restrict the access. So الخطوة الأولى, the first step, we did accomplish enabling the port security, and we did the configuration for port security. So 2 steps in here. Number 1, we should enable and we should configure. So now we did enable, we did configure. طيب. So now we will do additional step. We will shut down unused port. Any unused port, we will shut down these ports. I will go exit, then interface range from fast Ethernet 0, 3 to 24. This is unused port. I will go shut down, then exit again. Interface range gig from 0 to 2. Again, shut down. I will shut down these ports. So now, if we go to physical view, so we did enable port security on 1 and 2 from 3, 4, 5, 6 all the way to 24, shut down. Then we have the additional 2 port, which is the gigabit Ethernet. We did shut down these port as well. I will verify if my configuration is correct. So we'll verify the configuration. I will go end. So now I'm in the enable mode. I will go show, then switch port or port security. We should go show port security. So we'll go port security. Okay, show port security. So this is the effective line. Where is the command? Okay, now I can see clearly in here. So there is secure port 1 and 2, these 2 ports, maximum MAC address is allowed. Only 1 MAC address is allowed. The current addresses that I have learned is 0. So the switch doesn't know any MAC address yet. How many violation? There is no violation. What's the actions? The security action. The security action should be restrict. Okay, but initially the switch should know the current addresses. So we will fill in the MAC addresses by just initial traffic. So I will initial traffic from PC1 to PC2. It says successful in here. I will fast forward. Maybe this is another host. I'll just delete it. I will do new one from PC1 to PC2. Then clearly I can see it's successful in here from 1 to 2. Now the switch does learn the MAC address is sticky. So the MAC address is sticked into the switch. So the current addresses should be 1 and 1 because we did run the traffic once. So I will go show port security. So clearly I can see the current addresses I have learned or the switch learned is 1 and 1. If I want to see the MAC addresses, I will go show port security, then address. So I will see the MAC addresses that the switch learned. So the MAC address, he does learn this MAC address through the sticky mechanism on port fast Ethernet 01, 02. So he does learn this MAC address through port 02. So now again the switch does configured and harden with the no shutdown process. Now everything is ready. Okay, so now the cybersecurity engineer, he just finished his work. Now after midnight we will go with the attack scenario. After midnight, so this regular laptop will come in here, okay, this bad guy, okay, or the attacker, he will connect his PC, okay, all the way to the switch. Then he will try to connect to fast Ethernet 07. Nothing's happened even though we fast forward the time. Nothing will happen even though we fast forward the time. He will try with port gig 02. Nothing will happen because we did shut down the interface. Now the attacker will play smart, so he will unplug this cable from PC2 to his laptop and will try to attack PC1. So we will fast forward the time. Okay, so we have this in green. So now we will run the traffic once. So I will delete this traffic. I will ping from regular laptop all the way to PC1. It says in progress, failed. I will fire again. We will try 3 times. Okay, fail. Again in progress, fail. Then again in progress, fail. So the reason why I would say why regular laptop couldn't ping or couldn't access to, or the frame couldn't access to PC2, the reason behind it, because we did enable the port security to verify if this is true or not. We will double check. Okay, we will see the violation rule, how many have been happened. So I will go port security, no need for address, so just port security. Okay, so I can see clearly in here violation 4 times. We were trying to send the packet 4 times. We shoot 4 times. So to increase this number, I will shoot again. Okay, so I will shoot again. Okay, this is the fire. So I will fire again in here. I will fire again in here. So we will come back to this command line, port security. So this is 5. Okay, so the number have been increased. This is 4, this is 5. So there's 5 tries that to violate the rule. Different MAC address trying to access or to send the traffic on port 2, and the action, security action, is restrict. So that's it. Just one note, don't, once we run the show port security, okay, if we run this command show port security, do not unplug the cable. So just keep the cable in here and run the security, the show port security. Otherwise, if we bring it back, maybe a different result will come up. Okay, so if we come back in here, let's double check if this is true or not. Yeah, let's say it will say violation 0. So just keep the link in here while you are running the show or the verification command. Thank you so much.